This episode of My Two Satoshis is brought to you by the AABB Gold Token. Backed 100% by physical gold, this gold token gives you all of the benefits of a precious metal or crypto asset while maintaining the potential for price appreciation from both markets. Earlier this year, the AABB sold its mining operation to generate revenue and secure a significant quantity of gold bullion to back this token 100%. Go to AABBGoldToken.com for more information.
This my two Satoshis. This my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah.
Boy, Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. Today, we're going to be looking at Wax. You guys know I've been a heavy supporter of the Wax token simply because of its utility. I'm going to go over today why this coin has been going ham over the last 3 or 4 days. It's up 40-something%. More importantly than what speculative things are happening with the coin, you want to look at the actual utility and those types of statistics. I usually use a website called blocktivity.info for that type of information to keep track of which blockchains are the most active. This is important for the long-term investor. You want to look at these types of metrics because ultimately the market will catch up to what is actually going on real world in real life on the blockchain. We're going to take a look at that today. I'm very excited to give you guys an update on that. My Wax stash is going ham right now, and I know many of you are enjoying that as well. And we will talk about Wax's user adoption increasing over 44%. This really signals a growing interest in the Wax blockchain. Shout out to all my students in the DET NFT workshop we did over the weekend that showed them a lot of the benefits of blockchain and using EOS.IO blockchains, in particular Wax.io. That's where we minted their first NFTs for many of the artists in the Metro Detroit area who attended this class. We minted on Wax. It was easy, it was seamless, and it was fast. Literally almost no cost to them if you create a Wax Cloud wallet. So I'm not going to go through the details on that today, but just giving you an example of us actually using this blockchain. There is an article out of Republic World about why they think the Wax crypto token is going up, and they have a price prediction. We'll talk about that today. And lastly, out of Business Wire, there's actually news that Wax has risen to the second place in NFT sales volume. Now, in the past, not the case with Wax. Wax was more so just leading the charts in activity on the blockchain, but now we see it actually being number 2 in sales on the blockchain. So that means we're seeing even more activity from an economic standpoint on the Wax blockchain. We all know probably Ethereum is number 1, but again, we'll take a look at some of the metrics to show you really why Wax is outperforming Ethereum. And I think the trend is going to be that Wax is number 1 for NFT sales volume on layer 1 blockchains. We were only comparing apples to apples, which will be layer 1 blockchains, not any Polygon or Polkadot or any of those layer 2 scaling solutions that we're talking about. We're talking about native layer 1 blockchains running NFTs on them directly. This is big. This is really big. You need to really pay attention to these types of stats and headlines. And this is probably something that really went under people's noses and didn't even notice this back in August. Wax actually hit over 6 million users as a milestone for their cloud wallet. We used that a lot over the weekend to help these students who are new to NFTs get and onboard onto the blockchain. This is Wax Cloud Wallet is the easiest way to adopt crypto. You can do this all from the cloud and log in with a Google account or even a Facebook account. That means you can log in on any device at any time and secure and manage and interact with the blockchain. So I know it sounds like I'm shilling today, but I'm not. I'm just giving you guys the headlines on what's going on with Wax because it has popped a lot over the last couple of days. So all these topics coming up on today's episode of My Two Satoshis. Let's get it.
But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this.
So let's take a look at the technicals really quickly with Bitcoin. On bityard.com where I'm trading. As you guys can see here, there is a trend break, or was a trend break from the trend that started back on September, I would say 28th, 29th. The break was right around here, which was on the 10th of this month. That break indicated a slowdown in momentum, and at this point we've been unable to break back above that trend line And if you want to set a new short-term trend, we can do another line like this. So this will give us some basis as to where we could see an area of bounce, and that is around $63,000 Bitcoin. So if you see a break below $63,000 Bitcoin, then most likely we're going to head lower before heading back higher. So that's where we are with things. Watch the $63,000 area in Bitcoin. If we break that, you know you need to start moving some cash to the side and maybe dollar cost averaging in at a lower price with Bitcoin. A nice support area will be around $52,000 Bitcoin if you were to do that, and that scenario played out, in my opinion. But again, link in the description below. Don't forget to sign up with Bityard. They are one of the best out here. I've been with them for many years now, and you got copy trading. They're about to start stocks. They've got futures. You can trade FX on there. Leverage trading, copy trading is my best feature. That's what I love the most. Check out the copy trading. Link in the description below. You can sign up, pick the best trader on the platform, and just simply follow them. But on to the headline that I want to highlight to you today, and I wouldn't be buying this coin today. It's up greatly over the last 2 or 3 days, so I would not be buying today. But you need to put this on the radar if you haven't looked at this coin. We know that the metaverse NFTs are the future. I manage a company that actually block produces and develops on the Wax blockchain, so I've got my ear to the streets when it comes to this blockchain. I'm telling you guys, and I've been telling you actually, this is the blockchain you really need to look out for. Wax, the price up 44% as increased user adoption signals growing interest. The token is up 44% in a very short period of time, and we're talking about up 44% in a matter of days here. So it's the biggest gainer on crypto.com. Their market cap right now is about 1.5 billion, still minuscule if you compare it to other coins that say they have all this stuff going on and don't even have a smart contract to run it on. I guess you can connect the dots on that. The market is definitely excited about Wax, and so I just want to take a closer look at what this article is talking about. If you guys aren't familiar, it stands for Worldwide Asset Exchange. The article talks about why they believe that Wax is rising. So when it comes to the recent major news, they couldn't find any big announcements regarding potential partnerships or integration. This led them in this article to believe that recent Wax pump was due to an overall increase in users on the platform, which makes sense. Looking at the wax.io website statistics or analytics, you can see that there has been a significant influx of users on the site. So that should suggest to me that this is true organic, like real growth, long-term, long-lasting growth. When you have prices go up because people are coming to the ecosystem to use it, not to speculate, that means, in my opinion, that you will see a strong and longer lasting run with this particular coin, even in the flows or cycles of the speculative aspects of cryptocurrencies, and that we're going to see a pullback. Not sure when, so it's not a prediction, just letting you know the cycles do happen. I've seen them happen 6-7 times now, and they're pretty bad. You may want to look at coins and projects that have actual growing interest in it by users. Something to think about in relation to price. You want to keep this in mind. How many tokens are in circulation? Well, I think it's about 1.8 billion in circulation, with a total possible of 3.8 billion ever to be created. This can kind of give you a gauge on how high Wax could go relatively, comparing it to other coins in the marketplace. No real news from the VR soldiers over there, but Republic World says something different. So they're saying that it's because of a new Hot Wheels NFT series that was announced on Wax. So maybe that's part of the pump. So they're saying that the daily NFT transactional volume on Wax has increased tenfold in the last 30 days, reaching $9.2 million on September 28th. And I use this site all the time, guys, blocktivity.info. Please look it up, bookmark it. You want to check this site at least once a week to just get a gauge on what's going on, and it will show you how much further along Wax is in activity and in TXs or transactions on a 24-hour basis. Activity, this means the number of operations during a certain period of time. It's the best measure of activity for us. In transactions, we know those are just transactions back and forth on the blockchain between one wallet and another, or one smart contract and another. Look at that. Wax, 23 million operations, almost 24 million operations within the last 24 hours. Their transactions, 17 million transactions within the last 24 hours. Compare that to Bitcoin, for example, 225,000 transactions in a day and 585K operations a day. No comparison, right? Even though Bitcoin and Wax are really not apples to apples. I don't have Ethereum up here, but Ethereum's average fee, transactional fee, is about $4 right now. That lets you know kind of where we are with things. Wax, they don't have transactional fees, and it is why it's better positioned for NFTs in the metaverse. You need something where there aren't transactional costs every time you interact with the blockchain, and adding another layer to it doesn't help. And just complicates things and can potentially add security holes within the infrastructure itself. So that's what's going on. I just want to leave you with this one. Businesswire.com is talking about how the Wax blockchain has risen to the second place when it comes to NFT sales volume among all layer 1 blockchains. And so it has eclipsed Solana and Flow, guys, and is only behind Ethereum, which we know that can't last forever. These types of gas fees over time, if they can't get ETH 2.0 out in a reasonable time, which I'm not convinced they can yet, they will lose that #1 spot to Wax. It is what it is. This leap was driven by a surge in game activity, resulting in a tenfold increase in daily NFT sales volume since the end of September. So watch out for this Wax blockchain. It's an EOS.io blockchain. Repping the gang, EOS Detroit. Look us up if you guys need any development or consulting services. We're there for you. We block produce on Wax. We're like number 10 overall BP on the Wax blockchain. So you should be listening to Crypto Blood on this one. All right. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla!